The Scout is a class that's well suited for solitary exploration, tracking through the wilds and discovering uncharted lands. She's capable of living off the land by turning simple ingredients collected from the flora and fauna of Skyrim into powerful potions and poisons, as well as crafting equipment from readily available leather and ore. Combat is extremely fast-paced. Dodging and outmaneuvering your enemies is a simple task, but you're also able to take the hits with your well-crafted armor and trusty shield. The Scout is a solitary character, hailing from deep in the Valenwood. She's taken it upon herself to travel throughout Tamriel, putting down any and all abuse of the land or the creatures it nurtures. She has no interest in engaging with the inhabitants of cities and prefers to spend her time scouring the wilderness for hunters, woodcutters, and fishers. She's also taken a particular dislike to giants, and sees herself as an emancipator of the mammoths that they keep. You might find her hatred towards many of these characters rather hypocritical, seeing as she herself uses the bounty of the land for her own ends. All I can say is that it's possible, even likely, that her isolation has twisted her sense of right and wrong. I don't get a lot of chances to use the Thieves Guild armor, so I use that along with a steel sword and a hide shield. The enchantments of the guild armor have no use to this build, so you can swap it out for anything you prefer.
Bad time to get lost.
Alright, let's take a look at the perks that I've chosen for the Scout. Starting with Alchemy, so I took Mastery 2 out of 2, Physician, and for this I chose Health Potions to get the 50% bonus. I also took the Advanced Lab, which increases both potions and poisons by 25%. I took Stimulants to get the extra stamina regeneration after I took health potions, and Crimson Haze, so that when I'm under the effect of a stimulant, I get an extra 10% movement speed. For the poison side, I took Poisoner, of course, Bottomless Cup, so that it applies the poison to my weapon multiple times, and Alkahest, which just carves right through 40% of armor. It makes your poisons so unbelievably powerful. Next up we have Smithing, which I only put 3 perks in, 2 for Mastery and 1 for Arcane Blacksmith, which allowed me to take my guild armor, my Thieves Guild armor, up to flawless quality. For block, we've got Mastery 2 out of 2, Quick Reflexes, which makes things like giants practically a joke, Deflect Arrows, and Dominion, so that I'm taking significantly less damage from any direction while I have my shield raised. I also took Timed Block 2 out of 2 and Poke the Dragon, so that when I do get a timed block, I have massively reduced damage, and I can retaliate with increased attack damage and critical chance. And finally, Block Runner, which allows me to move around without being hindered by having a raised shield. For one-handed, I took the Mastery level 2 out of 2, Clash of Champions 3 out of 3, Crosscut 2 out of 2, Furious Strength, Disciplined Fighter, and finally, Thundering Blow. Now, the combination of Thundering Blow, Crosscut, and Furious Strength makes my power attacks absolutely devastating. Finally, we have Light Armor. Now, the theme here was to be as light on my feet as possible. So, going right up the middle, we took Mastery 2 out of 2, light armor fit. Unhindered, which makes our armor weigh nothing and not slow us down. I also picked up Into the Maelstrom so that I block not block more damage, but take less damage when I'm fighting multiple enemies. It's nice when you're surrounded by a bunch of bandits. Picked up just one of the two of Initiative, which gives a nice regeneration boost of stamina when you enter combat. And then Windrunner for 10% faster movement in combat. War Dancer, which increases your attack damage and critical chance when wearing light armor. But that effect is lost when you are hit by an unblocked attack. So I also took Fight or Flight, which regenerates your stamina when you get hit by an unblocked attack, and Survival Instinct, which increases your movement speed by another 10%. Those movement speeds combined with the Athletics training mod makes this build move way too fast. It's ridiculous, really. So you might want to not allow the Athletics training mod to go too high, because it'll just make you almost impossible to control the speed of your character.
Someone there?
Time to end this little game. That's the best you can do?
That's it. That's all you've got.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. Don't do that!